Howdy guys, Hillbilly here. Today I'm here to tell you the God's honest truth about the Kelty Cosmic Down 20. So let's dive on in. Alright guys, so I think we'll start out by just taking a good look at the bag here. Just get a good idea of what it looks like, and we'll go over some specs on it. Get that out of the way, because I know that's what's on a lot of people's minds. But yeah, it's actually a pretty attractive bag here. I don't think it comes in any other color options, but I mean, it's not a bad looking bag here, really. But anyway, that's the least of my priorities. Let's talk about numbers. Alright, first of all, I picked this bag up at Gander Mountain back in November of 2016. Kind of an impulse buy, to be honest with you. They had them on sale there. They normally run about 150 bucks for the regular, which is what this is. They had them on sale there for 120, so figured down sleeping bag, 120 bucks, 20 degree rating. Can't beat it, right? So I bought it, and almost immediately I took it out on a trip, but we'll get into that after the numbers. I'll tell you about my personal experiences with it. So the numbers on it, like I say, it's a $150 sleeping bag, which is pretty cheap in the world of down sleeping bags. It's 20 degree rating. It's actually a EN lower limit of 19 and an EN comfort of 30, which from my experience is pretty darn accurate on both of those. It comes in, the regular version comes in at 2 pounds 12 ounces with 600 fill power dry down, which is an upgrade from the old Kelty Cosmic, which used to use a 550 fill power, which I guess isn't a huge difference in fill power, but now they use the dry down, which will stay loftier in damp conditions, which I can also tell you about. Anyway, yeah, 2 pounds 12 ounces. It's definitely lightweight. I wouldn't call it super ultra lightweight for a 20 degree bag. This fill power of down, 2 pounds 12 ounces, is pretty much right on the money. But yeah, it's a great value bag for sure. Yeah, those are the specs on it. This is what she looks like. Now let's sit down and I'll tell you a little bit more about it from my personal experiences. Alright guys, so now that we've gone over some numbers on this thing, let's talk about my actual real world experience with this thing. Because people put numbers on bags all the time, but you never really know what you get until you get out there and use it and test it a little bit, you know. People get fooled a lot by temperature ratings on sleeping bags. My rule of thumb is whatever the bag is rated at, I'll take it in temperatures that are at least 10 degrees above that. So, for example, with the Kelty's rated at 20 degrees, I would generally from here on out just take it out if it's going to be 30 degrees. Between 30 and 45 or so, I think is this bag's range. It's good range. But yeah. So let's talk about it. When I first got it, I got it back in November of 2016, as I mentioned. I took it out almost immediately. I think it was the following week, maybe a couple weeks after I bought it. Went out on an overnight backpack on the Appalachian Trail down in southern central Virginia. But that night it got down to 20 degrees. So I was able to immediately test it at its lower limit. I can't really tell you it performed badly. I can't really tell you it performed great. I had to layer up to stay warm, I'll put it to you that way. I did have my lightweight down jacket on. I did have my thermals on, the heavy socks. And I slept. I wasn't as warm as I would have liked to have been. I definitely could have been a heck of a lot colder though, that's for sure. So at its lower limit at 20 degrees, I wouldn't use it at 20 again, not without maybe a heavy liner or, you know, wearing extra layers. which I don't like to do. At that point, I would just get a lower rated sleeping bag, like a 0-degree sleeping bag. But yeah, anyway, so I would put the comfort level with this at 30. I used it again this past April on my first backpacking trip of this year. We spent, oh, was it 4 nights, I think, out on the AT. We did from Troutdale north to almost to Bland, Virginia. Something like 65 miles or so. But it was April, it was late April, or I'm sorry, I think it was early April. Regardless, go check the video. I have it on my channel. Go check it out. But anyway, it was April, and it was still pretty cool out at night. We had nighttime temperatures from about 35 up to 45 or so, and on the 35-degree nights, I was comfortable. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 nights where it got down to about that low. And I stayed cozy, no problems. One night I actually slept out in an open shelter too, instead of being in my tent, and I still was pretty comfortable inside my bag at 35 degrees. So I'd say for a grown man, 35 degrees is probably the sweet spot. There were nights we had, it was 40, 45, and it was still comfortable. Maybe a little too comfortable at 45. Not so much where I was sweating or anything like that, but I did have to zip the bag down a little bit just to let in a little bit of cool air, which is no big deal. So yeah, the sweet spot of this bag, like I say, is between 30 and 45. As far as the fit of the bag, I'm 6'1", I'm a thin guy, 150 pounds, and I have no problems with the fit. It's a regular size, which they say is supposed to fit a 6-foot tall man. I'm 6'1", close enough, and I fit in there great. I was able to snuggle down inside of it when I wanted to. The width is good because I'm a side sleeper. I gotta have my width, so the width on it was good. I was able to kind of bring my knees up and stuff, sleep on my side. So all in all, I was pretty happy with it. I mean, really, it's got its purpose. I wouldn't take it out late fall or real early spring. I'd probably still go with a higher lofting bag or a slightly lower rated bag. But for the rest of spring, all of fall, this is a great bag. It's going to be my go-to bag for the shoulder seasons from here on out. So yeah, I mean, not much else to say on it. It's a great value bag. For $150, you're really not going to get anything much better than this. I do like the Outdoor Vital sleeping bags, which are priced in the same neighborhood. Haven't tried them though, so I can't tell you anything about them. But yeah, if you're looking for a good sleeping bag, lightweight sleeping bag, without spending $300, $400, $500, I would definitely say go into the Kelty Cosmic Down. You'll be pretty happy with it. However, if you're one of these ultralight guys, which I think we all try to be sometimes, but if you're really concerned about being ultralight, there are definitely lighter options at 20 degrees. They're going to cost you more money, of course, but this one's 2 pounds 12 ounces. You can get a 20-degree bag from Z-Packs, that weighs something like a pound, or somewhere in that ballpark. But you're going to spend $300 to $400 on it. So yeah, that's Hillbilly's humble opinion on the Kelty Cosmic Down. I hope I answered any questions you might have on it. I hope my experience with it will help you in your decision on whether or not to get it or when to use it. If anybody has any questions or anything at all on it, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm pretty good about getting back to folks, so don't be shy. Alright guys, like I said, this is just my humble opinion on the bag. Some might agree with it, some might not, but that was just my experience with it. So thanks again for watching, guys. Stay tuned. I have a hike coming up in about 2 weeks, so I'll be putting up a new video of that. Take care, you guys, and I'll see you next time.